Hi guys, today's video is probably going to be what you don't want to do as a coach, and I feel like I need to say it because there's more about what you don't want to do as opposed to what you do want to do, and sometimes it's kind of like natural to think to do these things, and that's why people do them, right? But we have found as coaches that if you do them, chances are they're probably not going to be successful. So one of the things that people always tell me when they sign up to be a coach is they don't want to be a salesperson, which is cool because salespeople actually do not rock in this business. We are sharers and we are listeners. Sharing and listening. Two things that I think don't come to mind when people think about coaches, but they're exactly the things that successful coaches do in order to get customers, in order to get customers' results, and in order to get coaches and have coaches build successful businesses. So one of the things that people like to do sometimes is they talk too much, right? They want to say everything about Shakeology. They want to tell them everything that they've ever known about the product, and they talk. And they think because they've had this powerful experience with the products that that's going to translate to the person. And here's the thing. Most of us are very selfish, and it's not a bad selfish. It's what is this going to help me? And if as a coach, you haven't dug into why they need the product, what they're currently doing, what their struggles are, what's their, fallback, what is the kind of thing that kind of trips them up all the time, if you don't find that information out, you are never going to help that person come to a conclusion that this product is going to be a problem solution for them. And that's kind of how I've always looked at myself, that I will fix a problem. Whatever problem somebody has, I feel like my products do the best to do that. And have you ever had a problem like your basement is flooded or, like some other thing, right? You're like willing to pay top dollar to somebody who will get rid of that pain, right? Get rid of that problem. So if you're not delving into asking questions about people, then you can't really get to the pain. You can't really get to the value of how you can show your products are. And that comes from being a good listener and asking good questions. Now, a lot of people get tripped up because they feel like the customer controls the conversation. The customer never controls the conversation. You control the conversation, and you always control where you're going to lead it and everything like that. So what I mean by is most people will ask you, how much is it? And if you have a conversation with somebody based upon how much it is and you tell them how much it is, you have not translated any value in that product to them. If on social media, you're just putting up the 21-day fix and you're saying, hey, come join my challenge group and all this other stuff, and they ask you questions, and you have not given any kind of value to the person. So your job is to kind of always show what value your product can bring to your customer and what value, the challenge group or whatever you're selling is going to bring. Because when people feel like they can be successful and people feel like this will solve a problem for them, chances are they really don't care about price. And I say that all the time, and I get it. There are some people who say that Shakeology is expensive and all that other stuff. I firmly don't believe that's true, because I feel like the host of things that they are going to get rid of is actually going to make them more productive. It's actually going to lower their spending in a lot of different ways. So I never have gone into the idea that Shakeology is too expensive. And because I believe that, I don't translate that. The next thing I wanted to talk about is what you believe. And that's another thing that trips people up. And so your mind is very powerful. Most people don't realize that only 5% of your brain is like in conscious thought. The other 95% of it is in subconscious thought. And you obviously, which one are your actions going to be guided by? Your subconscious thoughts, because it's 95% of them. So you truly need to believe that these products work. You truly need to believe that you have the ability to do this job. You truly need to believe that you are enough, that you are a good person, that you have value. So what I mean by that is, if you don't feel like you can get to Success Club, if you don't feel like you can, get a new customer, if you feel like you can't build a team, you won't. Because 95% of your energy and your thoughts and your everything is going to let me manifest that I can't do this. And so therefore your actions will manifest that. So a big thing you need to do is start believing you can do this. And I don't care if you have to write it on your mirror. I don't care if you have to write it on a Post-it note every day. I don't care if you have to say it 10 times a day. That is really why personal development is so critical to our business, because 95% of our thoughts are subconscious. So that personal development starts to mold and control that 95%. So it's positive and it's happy and it's productive, and it makes us think that, we can leap mountains and all that other stuff. So those are some things I wanted to get in touch with you about, some things that you need to do and shouldn't do. So to sum this up, we want to make sure that we don't give people the price right away. We ask them good questions and we do some good listening skills, because we want to provide ourselves to be problem solvers. And if we're problem solvers, people usually put a lot of value on that, and they will usually pay any price if you have shown them that they can be successful and you will be able to eliminate a problem for them. And then the next thing is your belief system. What you believe about this business, what you believe about yourself in it, is so important. It's 95% of your thoughts. And if your thoughts are that you can't do this and you're negative and all this other stuff, you will not be successful. But yet, if you can start reading personal development and start changing those self-limiting beliefs, you will literally be unstoppable.